everybody, it's Wednesday, and you know what that means. Yes, that's right. It's time for Sarcastic Distractions, the interesting podcast for interesting people. Featuring, as always, the Gentleman's Society of Podcasting, myself, Harvey, my heterosexual life mate, David,
Yellow,
and the ever-loving AJ.
I love Lucy.
You sure do.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're a
there's
big
never
fan.
an I love Lucy.
But it's like more of a platonic thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I'm not in love with Lucy.
That's good.
I just love, like, I love
Oh,
you.
okay.
I love you. Like, you guys are great, but I'm not in love with you.
That's fair.
I'm a little sad,
Well,
actually.
sorry, Dave. I'm not in love with you.
Oh.
Now I'm really upset.
Oh, God. I just got the eyes scoring there.
Fine. All right.
So wait a second. Did you just say you put us on the same level as I Love Lucy? Is like that's where you hold your respect and
Well,
compassion?
no,
for us?
there's like different levels.
Okay. Like, oh wow, we mean as much to AJ as we do as a 50 style television show. That's wonderful.
Hey, that's
really-
actually not too
that's
bad.
pretty good, actually.
Yeah. Like, hey.
I'll take
Could be
it.
worse.
I'll
Yeah,
take
yeah.
it. I'll
That's
take
you
it.
said you liked it, and you
Right.
then if you associate us with that, that means hey, at least we're on the like side.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, we're above the 50%,
That's right. It could be like I don't know.
51. But hey, it's
51,
above.
but above. Exactly.
That's a pass.
Exactly.
That's a pass.
And in case you couldn't figure it out, today we're going to have our first distracting discussion of 2022. Because why that?
Well, the 2022 season.
Season, yes.
Season.
yes.
Because I think we did one in Jan.
Did we? Okay, maybe we did.
Did we?
I don't really remember it in full
Who
transparency.
the heck knows?
But you know what?
is going
Screw what
on?
I just said. You're right. The first
First.
of 2022.
There's no fact checking here.
No. And in fact, if we are wrong, let us know.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
January didn't happen.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, it happened.
No, it didn't.
Oh, wow, we're already.
I would more argue
3 months-
February didn't
I was gonna say
happen.
we're 3 months into the year, or we're already trying to erase months. That's amazing.
Yep.
That's
For me, it was
amazing.
more February, I
Yeah.
have to admit. Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, because that was where I got the fun of all the COVID-y and all that good times.
Yes, I did my COVID stint in February too.
In my mind, we jumped from 2019 to 2022.
Well,
can we do that?
We're
Is that
not,
allowed?
no,
Yeah.
but in that case, then we're not quite there because I would more go by the, the masks off and everything truly open, which is still 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, and then even then there might be still measures. So I'd even say like fall 2022 would be we can erase everything. From,
And then nothing happened.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
Then we just
Day
woke up
before.
one day.
Yeah, we just woke up. Wow, that was weird. Like that.
It was
weird.
you know, this whole thing has proved to me that time travel didn't get invented in the future.
Okay, so and how is that?
Yeah.
Because like somebody you think would have come back in time and been like, hey, guess what? Y'all fucked.
Unless in the future
Or
they
they would have
realized,
stopped the dude from fucking the pangolin.
yeah, that's what they should have done for
Yeah.
sure. But
They would have just killed the pangolin.
unless in the future they're like, oh, as bad as COVID was, it clearly did a lot of good for the world. In
Oh,
some
maybe,
fashion or another.
maybe,
So maybe we don't
maybe.
go back.
Maybe they
That's a good
came
point.
back and they actually started.
Oh.
Right. What about that?
So somebody in the future, some scientists in the future were like, you know what? The future would be right now would be so much better if there had been a pandemic
Exactly.
in the 2020s.
Yeah.
Or maybe in the future, pangolins are scarce. And like, you know what I need to do? I need to go back in the time machine, go back and fuck a pangolin. And then that's how COVID started.
Maybe.
What's a penguin?
I don't know. It's an animal.
Okay.
Maybe
Apparently-
in the future, pangolins run the.
Piglet. And this was our attempt to try and stifle it.
It's
Oh,
it's
yeah.
pangolin. It's the only mammal that has scales.
Oh.
Pangolin.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a theory out
It
there
looks
that
it
COVID
looks like
may
a
have
real life
started.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a theory that the pangolin may have started COVID.
Not the bat soup.
No, not
And not the penguin.
No,
Not
definitely
the penguin. No.
And I'm
Oh.
pretty sure it was a U.S. pangolin. I think it was definitely
Yeah.
an American pangolin. I'm just kidding.
Well, no, we all know it was Trump.
It was definitely Trump. Trump
course
did
it
it.
was
Of
Trump.
course he did
Trump
it.
fucked a penguin.
Fuck the pangolin.
God, be vague.
Oh, Jesus.
That makes sense.
And we could never go to the States.
So that tracks.
And we're
Oh yeah,
canceled.
yeah, because they care about what we say about Donald Trump.
You never know.
You never know these days.
You can't go to Florida anymore.
That's true. That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so let's distract ourselves, gentlemen. We haven't done that already.
Well, since we need to
Since we're
start,
here.
jeez.
how's the week been going, Dave? Why don't you set us off here?
Oh, really? Shit.
Yeah, why not?
For me, it has really just been work, a little bit of work, and then some more work and work.
Did you work at all?
Yeah, a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah, no, for me, it's been one of those bad Davisms of that we have a project going on that I probably could have safely just said, here's everything that needs to be done. Good luck, team that needs to do it. But instead, I did my normal bad Davism of doing far too much. And now that I've done far too much, I am now responsible for execution. And now... Yeah, it's that standard. You know, I can't even get angry or anything or upset because it's just one of those lovely, I call them Davisms of, hey, I'm the one that pushed the boat off the dock, so now I'm in fucking charge.
If only you just learned to be lazy and not do too much, then you would have been, you could just skate it by,
Well, no, it's just one of those, I could have
Dave.
been sitting on a nice comfy chair on the beach, relaxed, just kind of watching the boat and be like, hey, good luck, fellas. Hey, that's crashing because you're not driving it right. It's not my fault.
Well, they say about great power, the responsibility thing. I don't remember. No.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Couldn't tell you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Either way, nothing horrible for me. It's just in, work fun, which of course impacts, fun to, with family, fun with friends, shit of this nature. Not in a horrible manner, but certainly in a, I'm sure I've annoyed some family members. I don't need to name anybody's name.
Hey, I got a question for you. Now that we're kind of coming out of this nature, are you going back to work in the office more often? Or is that being talked about?
From an office perspective, there are things coming out. It's fairly open for us because, again, I'm a software guy, so I don't really talk directly with customers or anything, but we are very much on the, if you want to, you're more than welcome. They have some stipulations, but for us on the tech side, it's really an up to you. But for me personally, once a week is kind of my goal right now.
That's pretty good. Did you think you'll be going more?
I'm going to say no, and then of course we'll have this a chat year from now, in which I'll be like, fuck yeah, I go every day now.
Yeah, of course.
But no, I probably won't. Like, it's funny because I think I've brought this up before, but a Dave from 2 years ago, would never want to really work from home.
Right.
A Dave of today, he doesn't mind going in because it's kind of a break.
Yeah,
but no, I'll work from home. Fuck that.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, because I keep reading all these articles about what workers are going to do to try to convince employees to come back to the office, and it's everything from better pay, office incentives, or the 4-day work week is the other one being talked about.
Yeah,
it's like, well, I mean, you just offer them a paycheck.
I think it also depends on what your responsibility is in your organization, right? Because for me, now I'm more on the senior level of the development, but still, like, I interact with people, but I don't need to necessarily be there in person, right?
Right.
Yeah. And even for me specifically, like, our team is spread around all of Ontario.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, in fact, not just Ontario. We have one out in Calgary.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, just moved out there himself.
Wow.
Yeah. Looking for an inexpensive place to move to.
Oh, wrong choice.
No, it's a good area now.
Well, no.
Oh, really? I was
in
going to
terms
say
of gas
in
prices.
like Alberta?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought Alberta was really expensive.
It was, but because of everything, it's inexpensive compared to here.
Cooled
Yeah.
down a bit.
Yeah. So they have
Interesting.
he was able to find a location that he and his family, they
Sure.
purchased, and they're
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I learned something new today.
Yeah. So it worked out well for him because everything around our area is expensive.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Like my
Expensive
house.
doesn't even begin to fucking cut it.
No.
No, it's not expensive. It's like
If you're not grandfathered in,
you're not paying. You're not getting in.
Yeah.
There's just no way to buy property or even rent. Like one bedroom apartments that go for like $1,500 a month. For fuck's sake. Like,
oh yeah,
it's nuts.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
No, it's insane. Like when I moved out with Shan, this going back, over 20 years ago. Well, maybe not over, about 20 years ago. Yeah, like we got that apartment for, I think it was like $560 a month, inclusive. Like it was everything included.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a 1-bedroom, crufty apartment, but it was still a nice area. Like,
did what it needed to do. Yeah.
Oh, it was. Nowadays, I don't truly know, but I would not be surprised if that apartment was more on the 1,300.
Yeah.
Oh,
and you have to pay for your own electricity.
The area of that place guaranteed to be more.
Actually, that's a good point because it was the north end.
Yeah.
Hey, it was still EOA. It was still EOA.
It was still EOA.
Just barely. Just barely.
By like 30 meters.
Yeah, but still, it was EOA.
Okay. Were you up by like Adelaide and Fanshawe?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly there.
Yeah. I was in the Trossachs.
I used to live there too.
Yeah, he lived there. Yeah, I remember you up in there. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Though all those places would be sky high rent.
I don't know how much. I can't remember how much we paid
I think
when we
I
were up there.
paid a little bit because we live in the same area for the same time. I paid like a tiny bit more rent than you did because I think the building was a little newer or something like that.
Newer, and your I think was a touch larger as well.
I think so too. Yeah. So, but I mean, now both. I mean, Garrett like 15 to 2,000 guaranteed.
Yeah, I really wondered. I'm going to research.
Oh yeah, I
this
think
later.
we were only paying like maybe $750 for a 2-bedroom.
Yeah.
There's no
and an
way.
apartment, like 3-floor walk-up
It's-
kind of apartment.
Yeah.
Crazy. We're looking at house prices now.
Oh,
and
they're
just for
insane.
different things. And they're snapped up like that. People are taking 200 or 300, 1,000 over asking price, which is nuts.
Oh yeah, it's becoming ridiculous. It's
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like I think we could probably sell our house for, we bought it for $192 and we could probably get like $4 for it.
Easy, if not more.
Yeah.
Easy.
Well,
But I
even-
don't think that's right.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know
it's
why.
Not.
I don't
In
know
my
why.
neighborhood, we got ours for about 200, just a touch over, and a recent one that is similar in nature. I will admit, a bit nicer than ours. The dude that lived there did a really nice job in fixing it up and adding on it. Sold his for $550.
Well, there you go.
Wow.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
Wowie zowie.
It's bonkers. Even our RV that
Mhm.
we're looking at selling, I know we're selling it for more than we paid for it,
Nice.
and we're selling it more for than we paid for, and whatever we put in for repairs and whatnot. Because
No, that is good.
that's just the market we're in. Because
Yeah.
it's going to take advantage of what you can, right? So
Well, yeah, and it's one of those, if you don't need and just have, definitely take advantage now.
indeed,
Yeah.
this is definitely time.
Yeah.
I don't know when that bubble's going to break, but
I think the real estate one, could it ever break? I think already we're seeing it at least calm a bit, like at this super high level. It's not like it's coming down, but like
Yeah.
I haven't seen things continue to really jump
Right.
like the last couple of years.
yeah.
But of course that happens, and we get to joke about it, or I get to joke about it because I'm on the city bus or on my bike, and I go, "Hey, look, $1.85 per liter."
Oh my fucking word. Oh my word. Oh my word. I know we're not going to get into like what's going on globally right now.
No, we won't get
but
into it.
holy shit, the gas prices are insane. They're fucking nuts. I feel for anybody out there that drives a truck like me. Oh my God, it is nuts. I put over $100 in when it was on empty. I got just over half a tank.
Wow.
Just over half a tank of my
Yep.
gas. I was like, holy shit. I was crying. I was crying. I was legit in tears. But yeah, you take $100 out of my account.
Yep.
I can't.
I'm only gonna say one thing about it, and I mean, it might start a whole thing, but
Uh-oh.
we pay more per liter for milk, right? And nobody complains.
Well, I don't drink milk, so.
But think about that.
But here's the difference, though.
Nobody
Milk is
compla-
optional.
Nobody complains about milk. So's
True.
gas.
It's not, though.
So's
Oh, yeah.
gas.
It's not, though, because gas
Sure it
affects him.
is.
Even though he doesn't drive, gas still affects him.
How?
The vehicles that bring
For
food,
foods,
that
fair
bring
enough.
all that stuff, everybody across the planet is affected by gas prices.
That is
not
fair.
everybody across the planet is affected by milk prices.
I'm more
Right,
indirectly
but my
affected.
point is people complain about
Yeah.
the gas prices. They don't complain about the milk
I
prices.
don't know. I hear people complain about milk prices. I hear
You hear
that.
people-
They're
you hear
like,
people go-
hot diggity, I can't believe I got to pay
Where do they got golden cows?
$4.50. I don't.
I've heard people complain about you cross the border and usually milk is a third of the cost
Yeah.
of yours because again, milk, I think eggs is similar in nature where
Similar.
it's very controlled in Ontario,
Mm.
right?
Yeah,
So it has to
Fair
be
enough.
a certain level.
Yeah.
Yeah, on both
Anyway.
sides.
But that's a good point, AJ. People just like to choose what they want to complain
Yeah.
about.
Oh,
And
hells
gas
yeah.
I guess
prices
that's
are it.
I guess that's my point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
People complain about stupid shit sometimes.
Yeah.
Like yes,
You're complaining about people complaining about
that's right.
Sorry, speaking of,
That's not stupid shit though.
your opinion's
This is
not
very-
stupid shit.
This is super cereal right now. Super cereal.
That's super cereal.
So yeah, gas prices can suck my balls. This is lame. What did you think about what Alberta did? I thought this was smart. It's like if you guys could do that, why can't we always do that?
They dropped the carbon tax.
Yeah, they're dropping the carbon tax and they're suspending the provincial sales tax, which drops like 14% off the liter. So that way they can, whatever. It's like, well, if we could just do that, why would we do that before?
So, like anything in this world, so the carbon tax, that one is a little different because it is a tax they pay into the federal government.
Right,
so the
yeah.
federal government will get hit, and the federal government will push back, and there'll be a
course.
bitching session. So I'll ignore that one. But when it comes to just the sales tax, so that means that the provincial government will have less money.
Right.
So either
Essentially.
A, they run a debt, which means that future peeps now just have this horrible debt and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Or they're going to cut programs that actually help support Alberta.
Right.
So
Yeah.
That's not good.
Six
That's
of one,
that
half a
doesn't
dozen.
happen.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I'm not necessarily disagreeing. It's just one of those things, and it's easy for me to say this. In fact, it kind of makes me already a politician. But if I was a
Yeah.
politician, I would actually just highlight, all right, Albertans, we can do this, and here's going to be the impact and the result of us doing it. Not just be all super positive. No, it's
No.
Essentially, you have to fall to get back up.
Exactly.
yeah, well, that's just it. Here's what we're going to do, and here's going to be the cost of us doing this,
Here's
and
the
here's
layout.
the time period that
Yeah.
we're going to do it. It's one of those things, and I'm going to get beat up for this. I give Trudeau a touch of credit because he was kind of clear with all the lovely COVID shit and all the payouts and all this. He goes very simply, we're going to have to pay for this for the
Yeah.
next 10 years.
Right.
We're paying for this.
Right.
But for now, you can all take care of yourselves and your families.
For sure.
So, from my perspective, I was in agreement because, and a good example being, and I'm not overly knocking the Americans, but they cut their support programs
Right.
earlier than us, and they got hit for all these recurrences.
Not only did they cut their support programs, they weren't consistent. Like we had a consistent
Well,
payout program, whereas they had to debate.
it's
on whether
state,
or not, you
too.
know, it is. Yeah, it is.
so
it
it's a
is
bit
state
different
run,
for the
sure.
states because
Absolutely.
each state has far more control than our provinces do, things
That's
of that
true.
nature.
That's true.
So yeah, there are some things, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's just one of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not quite NDP, but I'm liberal. But I'm that lefty type of annoying person.
Oh yeah, you are definitely one of those guys.
Oh yeah,
For
totally
sure
one
you
of
are.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I fall on the political leanings. I guess it all depends on election day.
Just
That's where I'm at.
I like that name the best.
Well, it's not. No, like, I mean, it's kind of all the same. Unfortunately, it's just the world we're in, where, insert different politician here and then says whatever they want to say. But I think it's worth voting because I mean that's how we do things, and I like that. But I don't know. I don't know where I fall politically. I'm sometimes conservative, sometimes I'm liberal.
Yeah, no,
Sometimes
I
I'm
do
not.
vary a bit. I have never
Yeah.
stuck with just one party or anything. It is a combo of who's in the riding, who is the
Which-
leader, who has the general policy I agree with.
When you meet people that are like strictly or staunchly in their policy lane, like when they're like, I'm staunchly liberal or I'm staunchly conservative, it's like, do you take a chance to look at the other side? Anyways, whatever. It's all about tribalism.
It's human.
It
We're
is.
human.
It is. It's all- let's be mad about something. So,
yeah.
all
It's
right.
just
I don't politics, so I don't
You-
really have much to.
Your whole
So I do have a
To
question
contribute.
then. Do you vote?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you do the voting, how do you decide?
Whoever has the better points, I guess.
Okay. So no, that's
Right? Like I'll
yeah,
have
okay,
a
that's
look
fair.
at it and be like, okay, well, this guy's for this, but this guy's not for this. But this guy's set, so sometimes it's difficult.
Yeah. Yeah.
So whoever has the most pros than cons, I guess, in my opinion.
Yeah. No. Okay. That does
Fair.
make you politician, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Then.
But I
No.
don't talk about it.
oh
Oh yeah.
I was
Okay.
definitely raised to keep politics out of most conversations and not really divulge who you voted for and all
Yeah.
that. Like that's
very
That's
old
kinda
school
the-
mentality.
that's kind of how I was, and I mean, I don't feel I have to.
No, you don't.
Right? It's one of those like
don't have to vote or have
no,
to
I
talk
don't
about
have
it?
to talk about it.
Oh, gotcha.
You don't, except for on the podcast. You do. That's it. Right.
I mean, you
or
don't-
over beers.
Or over beers. Yeah.
I mean,
for
if
sure.
I don't vote, I can't bitch.
Thank you.
True.
That is my golden
Right?
rule.
And I don't.
I agree.
And I don't. If I don't vote, and I generally don't.
No, you don't really complain about.
Like I don't. I'm not a huge bitcher about the government did this or didn't do that, or Trudeau did this and didn't do that, and blah blah. Like
Yeah, no, I'm similar-ish. Like I'll more judge some of the party's moves and stuff, but yeah, no, like it depends. I'm trying to think of anything recent that I've been really upset about or happy about.
I don't know.
Healthcare in schools.
Well, yeah, and one of those things.
Kind of where I
yeah,
my
like
allegiances lie.
which is good because, and that's one thing I think as a Canadian and Ontarian, like I know there are some people like no, and I will admit, back when I was younger, I had this moment where I'm like, you know what, we should pay no taxes and everybody has to deal with their own schooling, their own health care. It's totally up to you. And then of course, as I got older and started to experience some of the shit that goes on and realize, yeah, sometimes it's how you take care of everybody, but most of the time, no, it's just getting taken care of.
Right.
That I've come to realize, no, okay, it's good to have some of these things.
Mhm.
It really is. And maybe it's because we've grown up in, Canadian society or
Yeah.
whatever, but I feel because we are so connected, it's probably better to have more socially understood things.
Yeah.
not everything, or a mix of things too. I think I remember you and I having a discussion about having like especially when it comes to healthcare, to have like a public and a private system. And I was like, that's not a bad place to start.
I used to be on that side. I think I'm now no longer on that side because my fear of that. So I used to be very much, private, public. If you can afford, then hey, take advantage. If you can't afford, be protected. I thought, hey, that'd be great. And then you actually take a look at schools.
Yeah.
Public schools and then private schools.
Right.
Who gets into private schools?
Rich
Only
people.
the super duper rich.
That's right. That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're fortunate again, still in Canada, Ontario, where even the public schools are fine. Like there's nothing wrong, right?
Not horrible.
No. But then they also start to look at the states, and it's a bit more. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Right.
State-funded schools. Can be
very different
horrible,
than the actual. If you can afford. So that's where actually now I'm more on that. No, I don't think you should. And to be honest, it's a thing that government has decently handled because even if you're in a private school as part of your property tax, you still contribute to public education.
Then good.
Yeah. No, you still have to.
Yeah. That's good. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. And you get to choose. The only thing, and now this is where we get to the potential differentiations. I am of the mind, and this is where I get in trouble. I think in Ontario we should actually get rid of publicly funded Catholic schools. I think instead it should all just be public schools.
But wait a minute, Dave, God is at the forefront of Catholic schools.
But then I would make the argument that does get me in trouble. If we're going to go down that path, then I, as a worshiper of a different religion, should be able to direct my funding to that religion school.
I feel you. Yeah.
Right. So it's one of those funky.
I'll give you that.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. It's not to say that there's anything wrong with a Catholic school system at all, but agreed. It should not be necessarily publicly.
That's just
funded.
it. Yeah.
I see where you're going with that.
The one thing I will give a head nod, and it's a good argument back at me, which is even in the Catholic schools, anybody can join it. You do not have to be Catholic.
That is true.
Yep. Anybody can go to the Catholic school.
Yep.
And you don't even have to go to any of the prayer sessions or anything of that nature either.
Oh, you don't?
Nope.
I did.
You did? Yeah.
But this was also before
they
were giving choices.
Yeah, well, hell, I remember being in public school and saying prayers in the morning. I was only in kindergarten, grade 1 from memory, but I still remember that.
Oh, I remember those days.
Yeah. Things change over time.
I remember getting to grade 7 and thinking it was weird. Like standing for O Canada, and it's like, I can sit down now?
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Standing and say words.
Sure.
You know what's funny? I talked to my kids. They don't, at least at this school, which I won't name in case they get in trouble, they don't do the O Canada.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I asked,
ever?
not apparently they do it once in a while, but it's not like an every morning.
That was an every morning thing.
That's what I remember. I remember it, and it was the crackly rendition over the mic and all that stuff. And apparently in this particular location, at least this year, and I try to ask have you done it before? Like, well, last year? Like, no, not really. But anyway, it's just one of those. Yeah, they don't do the O Canada every morning.
It's being phased out. Yeah. That's interesting. That is interesting.
I don't know what the reasoning is. Yeah. And I am one of those annoying people of, all right.
Yeah, whatever.
Don't get me wrong. I love Canada. I love living here. But do I need my children to sing it every single morning? No, I'm cool.
No. Take a look at the lyrics.
As long as we still sing at the hockey games.
Sure.
That is one requirement.
That's national pride right there.
It's not even national pride. It's a fucking hockey game. Sing the anthem. I don't care if you're in freaking Asia.
Well, why though? Why is it important to have national anthems at a sporting event?
I don't know. It's something about, and again, even so, you have an entire crowd of people in an arena, and we all stand up together.
Yeah.
Some sing, some don't. That's fair, but it's just one of those silly. I don't know. Humans being human. It amuses me in a good way.
It is. Yeah. No. I think I agree with you. I definitely think it's worth having those. But however, do you need to have the national anthem sung if it's like the same country? Like it's two, teams from the same.
Yeah, you just sing it once.
Really? You think so?
Yeah.
Does that matter?
Okay, whoa. Okay. You think that if the Vancouver Canucks and the Toronto Maple Leafs are playing a hockey game, they should sing the national anthem twice?
No. I'm saying, do they need to sing the national anthem?
Yes.
They do need to.
Yes.
It has to happen.
Yes.
Okay. Because, I always kind of thought the national anthem, in a way, was kind of like a battle cry sort of thing for your whatever.
No.
No.
Really?
No.
Then why is it everybody loses their shit at the end of the national anthem when they sing it at a sporting event and they're all like crazy going nuts?
Because it's
Because they're excited for the game to start.
that.
Right, but that's it. But that's the battle cry, right? Like, let's get some. Let's go.
No, it's yay. We're gonna watch some sports ball now.
Okay, but wait a second. Tell me this: whenever you're watching, like stick ball, whenever you're watching, like Canada, and the U.S. play in like whatever in the Olympics or whatever,
Right.
Tell me those aren't battle cries.
Well, no, but that's what I've
Well,
always
because they
enjoyed.
play them after.
Well, no, but that's what I've always enjoyed. You go to an American-Canadian game, and I've been in, not in NHL,
Right.
just, local, but still Ontario hockey, right, OHL,
Yeah.
where they would have the American team come over.
Yeah, Plymouth and such.
I would sing what I knew of the American anthem along with it
Yeah,
and
of course.
celebrate it.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's just, I don't know.
I would never do that. I wouldn't.
I like how they include the Hispanic community in the American.
Okay, well.
That's pretty fun. That's pretty fun.
Jose must feel very good.
He should. Yeah, he really should.
I would be happy if it was AJ. Can you see?
It's not AJ.
No, it's Jose.
It says for Jose. Absolutely. Agreed.
But no, I've always been kind of it's just one of those, do I think it's a requirement because of nationality or anything? No, I just more enjoy it because it's one of those silly humanistic
So
moments.
you enjoy it because it's tradition.
Because it's tradition, and I've always enjoyed.
But then that's why they do it in schools, is because it's tradition.
You win on this argument, I will admit.
You were saving that one. Good job, AJ. Good job. Good job.
Fine, you make a valid argument with and against at the same time. Well done.
For sure. And speaking of sports and countries,
I was going to say, though I don't disagree not having to do it either way
No.
in either scenario.
If it was something, before you go to your
No,
point,
it's fine.
yeah, it's just one of those silly things of, if it was a really formal, oh my God, then no, I would not enjoy it. But I've
Right.
always found that the anthems at the games are, we all stand up, we take the hats off, but it's still a nice, relaxed, fun moment.
yeah.
We're just having, and it's a unison thing. Like, everybody is singing, doing along
Except
in
for
this.
the one jerk who's not
Yeah,
singing.
but that's
Like,
okay in their own style.
Poking at his beer bubbles.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Well, I can still remember. Yeah, you see the odd dude sitting there, hat still on in the chair. You can't see the face I'm making, people listening, but you know the expression.
Good. Yeah, I know.
It is a harumphy, grumpy face.
Well,
Sure
it's that
is.
I'm not going to stand.
Right.
And of course, now one can make the argument, well, at football games, they're doing this in a proper manner to try and demonstrate some disagreements.
Well, we'll talk about that maybe in a second. since
Yeah,
we're on
okay,
this,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I first, for the record, I do like singing national anthems at sporting events. I don't think we should
Yeah.
stop doing it. I just like the idea of like, well, why? What's the point? And I think when it comes out of tradition, that makes
Yeah.
perfect sense. That's the reason why we do it. Is because traditionally it makes.
I stand, but I don't sing.
Yeah. What?
Oh, I sing.
Yeah, I stand, but I don't sing.
I might mouth it. I don't know if I'm gonna sing it. Depends if I want to look cool or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I sing along. I'm one of those.
I don't know
annoying
the
people.
words anymore. They've changed it so
What?
many times.
Not the Canadian one.
Oh,
Yeah, they've changed it.
They only
like,
changed one, I
a
think.
couple words in it, didn't they?
They took out the he.
Yeah,
They stand on guard for something, and something
for them or
for them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
it wasn't he though. It was the.
Yeah, I thought there was also a masculinity thing. Either way, I truly don't remember. I talked about how amazing it is, but I have to admit, the only time even I sing it now is if I happen to be in a sporting event.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I can sing it. I'm pretty sure. Well, you heard a lot of it during the stuff in Ottawa, but that's another story. A lot of people singing. A lot of people singing the national anthem then, but that's weeks ago now.
Oh, for that period. Gotcha.
Yeah, for
It
sure.
took me a moment.
So, two things with the sports and the singing of things. Well, first thing, I want to talk about the Olympics.
So that's three
quickly.
things.
What is one of them? So the Olympics, obviously, it's a big deal about what nationality you are, and if you win, they play your country's national anthem, and that's all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Right, which is cool. But the thing is, like, should we even have country representation anymore? Considering you have people from different countries representing other people or other countries. Like a good example, Donovan Bailey being from Jamaica, representing Canada, right, or competing for Canada in the Olympics. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, we're not playing his, in that situation, we're not playing his actual national anthem. of his
It's
home
whatever country you have citizenship.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
So
what I'm
if
saying.
you have citizenship in that, if
should
you have citizenship in Canada, you're a Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah, Right.
Doesn't matter where you came from before.
Right.
Right. But given the fact that because you have technically dual citizenship, you could technically decide who you compete for.
Sure, if you want to.
That's fine.
Which is
Why not?
perfectly fine. But if we're gonna get into that scenario, like how much does national identity really matter?
So
that
would you just
scenario?
have North America versus South America versus Europe?
I'm
And
just
that's it?
spitballing. I'm just spitballing. I don't know. I don't know.
then-
I'm just trying to think.
But then
this
you'd
a
have
little
like
deeper.
4 different continents or whatever that you're playing for.
Yeah, be much shorter league.
Yeah.
Wait, if it's two
More
games.
my perspective is just, if you are a citizen and you're there doing your thing, again, it's not only just, being a necessarily a citizen of that country and, waving that flag, but it's also generally, my assumption has always been that country has also helped you get there in some manner.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah,
that's
like
a good point.
at
It
least
helps
that's my, have there been cases where somebody just, becomes a whatever dual citizen for another country because they needed to get in? Probably.
Sure, it happens. Yeah, maybe.
But you know what? Good for them. Good for the country. Everybody comes out kind of happy, right? So,
okay.
yeah.
All right then.
Unless you're already in that country, you were supposed to go, then get kicked out because some random jerk shows up from somewhere and blah.
Yeah.
So if I'm supposed to stand up and sing "Oh Canada" at a sports ball game, does that mean I'm also obliged to sing "na na 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 hey na 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 na"?
Oh,
na?
yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I just wanted to
Yeah.
be clear next time I
And you
don't
have
go
to do
to a
the
sports
wave.
ball game.
Yeah, and you have to do the wave.
You have to.
You must.
It's
Oh,
like
see, I
a
thought
rite of
I was
passage.
I'm always that guy who fucks it up because let's do the wave and it gets to me and I'm like, and then everybody
Yeah, you
just
messed it
kinda
up.
looks
Let's
at
put
me
it this
like
way.
I'm kind of an
If in a
asshole.
stadium you could stop the wave individually, I will buy you a beverage.
Yeah. That's
you a
that
soda
is
pop.
way more impressive than starting a wave.
Oh yeah,
For
yeah.
sure. If you could individually stop an arena doing a wave, holy smokes. that'd
Even
be
trying to
amazing.
get one started, I've seen
It's
some
hard
poor
now.
people's try, and it's one of those I shouldn't laugh,
I know.
but I laugh.
Yeah. I know. yeah. Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Yeah. Again, it's more one of the things I remember as a kid where, I would try to be a part of the cool club and go to the high school basketball and football
Oh, sure,
games.
yeah,
And you'd see periodically, and I don't know if I ever actually tried myself. It's entirely possible I did, but you'd see some poor fool on the same kind of cool level as you, which
Right.
maybe wasn't as high as now. And they try to start and
Yeah.
And then, of course, the really good looking for that time period, popular person, they do it and everybody
Everyone
gets
does
up.
it. Yeah, of course. How stupid we were.
Oh, yeah.
So back to national anthems. As we know, this is more prominent in America than it is, or the U.S. than it is here in Canada. The whole kneeling for national anthems. How you guys? What is your stance on that? Do you
I
care?
have none.
Yeah.
I have 0 boxer in that fight.
Okay. Right on. What about you, Sam?
Yeah, it's from my perspective, the method that it's being done from my perspective is still a respectful, hey, we're not, yelling, screaming, or blocking the ability for the person beside me to enjoy the anthem in the manner that they want. I simply try to signal my perspective at this time.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
I'm okay with it, but much like AJ, I wouldn't get involved.
Yeah. I hate it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't. I'm just kidding. I'm the same boat.
I have 0 dog in that fight because I really have no idea, nor do I care to understand or know what it's about.
Well,
All I know
It's stuff
is some
that's-
dude with a afro did it, and then Nike got a hold of him, and then Nike this, and then this, that, and the other sports ball thing, and then I didn't care.
that's the biggest case
That's-
is Colin Kaepernick.
All I did. It's
Yeah.
It's all I almost knew, and then I decided to stop trying to
To know.
It's like, this doesn't concern me.
It concerns me not.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those I understand to a certain extent, and very limited extent, in full
Sure,
honesty.
yeah.
But again, from my perspective, it's being demonstrated in a way that people can see,
Yeah.
but it doesn't interfere or block another person from doing what they want.
Agreed. I never felt like it was being disrespectful. I don't know how it could be disrespectful by somebody not standing. And you're right. They're putting, again, a very limited knowledge as to why, nor do I understand it. However, I never felt offended by the act itself.
Yeah.
Mind you.
Yeah.
What do I know about such things as
Well, yeah, we don't
Needing
know
to-
anything,
yeah,
unfortunately,
exactly.
or fortunately, depending on your perspective.
I guess, yeah, depending
Yeah.
on, I'm sure. Anyways, I was gonna say our time's coming, but that's that's a whole other story. I don't know what that means, but anyways. Moving on.
Yeah. I don't know where you were going with that one.
I don't either. So let's sidewind this back on track, shall we? All right. Here.
We were on a track.
I would
Well,
say I don't even know where we
I don't
started. In
know.
full honesty,
I have no idea. I don't know what are we talking about, really? Okay, AJ.
Hi.
Tell us stuff.
I'm here.
Say things.
I've recently lost my life to a video game.
Yes, let's talk about the obsession, shall we?
The obsession that is Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring. It's like Lord of the Rings, only new.
Really new.
is it actually related at all, or
No.
just no? Okay,
No, but the whole point of the,
The
game,
idea
you
is
are getting
to
fragments.
obtain a ring.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. So
Yeah.
it's
One,
okay.
one ring
One ring.
to rule
Two
them
of
all.
them all.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But everyone's going for it, so
But yeah, no, I'm not. It surprised me because I'm not usually one of these fantasy kind of video game players.
Right.
But I don't know. This one's neat.
Yeah.
I think it's the mechanics of the game that fascinate me. It's deep, man. It's fucking deep. Like yeah. Wow.
So is it a computer or a PS5?
It's all
everything.
the platforms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's there's just it's just good and it's challenging and it's
Oh,
hard and
nice.
it looks great and giant dragons come and you have to run away.
Ooh,
Because
Have you
like
slayed a
dragons.
dragon? Have you slayed a dragon?
God, no.
Okay, all right, that's not a-
I haven't even beat one boss yet. I'm 11 hours into this fucking game.
You've yet to beat a
And I
fucking
have
boss.
yet to beat an actual boss. Like, so you have like your
Wow.
regular kind of NPCs that go around. You can
Yeah.
fight them and stuff like that, and they're varying levels of difficulty. And then you have like medium-sized dudes, like
Yeah.
these like giant ogre guys that walk around with like swords
Yeah.
on their backs, and they're not too difficult. And then you get to like the boss, and it's like no.
They just look at you and you die.
Yeah, you might as well turn around. But the cool thing is the whole point is the idea is if you get to a point and you can't beat it,
Mhm.
you got to go back. There's got to be something that you can do to facilitate
To help.
winning that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right? So every dude you kill, you get ruins they're called, but they're like skill points.
Okay.
So you can either spend these skill points on skills or equipment,
Oh.
Oh, nifty.
right? So
Okay.
you go around and you kill a bunch of guys and get a bunch of these points, and then you go and level yourself up and
Yeah.
try again.
So when you're playing this game, are you using a party of people, or are you just one person?
You can.
Okay.
It's either or. So you can play solo, or you
Right.
can play cooperatively online. So you
Okay.
can summon your friends or
Gotcha.
anybody
okay.
else. Other people can leave little trinkets for you to go, and that
Mhm.
means you can summon this person and
Oh,
they'll
okay.
come into
Okay.
your game.
Nice.
But you can also be invaded.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah, you can fight
there's
other
a
players.
negative aspect of it where it's a
Ah.
PvP sort of thing.
Nice. Okay.
Right? So you'll be walking around and all of a sudden it's like, you've been invaded. Oh, fuck.
Now, invaded in the sense like your building has, or you personally?
No, your world has.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah your world has. Because
Yeah.
everybody is in the same
World.
world.
All
But
right. I have
you're
to
on
admit, this
different-
is
I
intriguing.
guess you're on
Sony.
different planes of existence
Right.
or whatever.
Also
right?
known as
okay.
servers. But
But it's actually really cool because, like, when I started, there's all these little things on the ground and they're messages from other
Mhm.
players
Oh, sick.
in their games saying, hey, there's a secret this way.
Whoa,
Or like,
I didn't know
beware-
that.
Beware, don't go ahead or something like that. And sometimes they'll have like a little gesture that goes
Okay,
along
yeah,
with it. But then there's also blood stains everywhere.
Oh, no.
And every blood stain is somebody
Died
who's
in that
died.
spot.
What?
And you can examine the blood stain and it'll show you like a little 10-second animation of how that dude
oh,
died.
for fuck's
That's
sake.
awesome.
And then you
How
can be
did they
like,
think of this?
Don't do that.
Well,
Well,
Are-
because it's
I'm very curious.
it's
I have to look
inherently
this up.
online. So when you start the game,
Yep.
it's online,
Yeah.
Okay.
right? So you actually see these little like phantom figures running through your world,
Oh, yeah.
and it's other people doing whatever they're doing in their world.
Ah.
So you could be fighting,
Intriguing.
you could be on the path, right, to the story path and fighting this big giant monster, and then all of a sudden you'll see this like blue outline running around
doing the same
the
in their
field,
world.
kind of doing the same
Yeah,
thing. Yeah,
okay,
because
yeah.
he's fighting that monster as well.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Yeah. Or you
Right.
can just be, walking around and then this dude runs by you on his horse or some shit like that.
That makes sense because I've done a ton of extensive research into this game before buying it. I know inevitably I will own it. It's coming.
I have to admit, even I'm intrigued. I might have to look into this a bit.
Like, would you say it's earned its? I know you're only 11 hours in, but would you say it's earned its masterpiece rating that everybody's giving it?
Yes.
Yeah.
My biggest issue with it is there's no pausing it.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I will show you something
there
after
is.
this.
You can. If
There's
you go
apparently
into a
one menu that you can. Yeah,
I figured that out.
yeah.
already.
I heard that's probably the big pain in the
Yeah.
ass, not being able to pause it.
So you actually have to
Oh,
kind of
okay.
go and hide somewhere. And there's certain things you can do. Like there's these things called points of grace.
Mhm.
And they're kind of like little checkpoints, and that's also where you level up your character and stuff like
Oh,
that.
you can stop, disconnect, or whatever.
It doesn't really disconnect because you can still see people. Like you have the animation or the visual in front of you, the
Yeah,
screen, and you still see people. Like you'll see those blue line dudes
Mhm.
come and sit down beside you, and they're doing their point of grace thing. But usually, it's far enough away from any sort of malevolent creatures that
Malevolent.
could harm you. They don't necessarily go around this thing,
Right.
right? So I think that's kind of another way to pause your game because you're taking a rest.
Right.
So I don't think anybody can come up and like hit you,
Okay.
right? Or like
Right.
or challenge you to a battle or anything like that because
Okay.
you're kind of doing your thing.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, I would say like visually, it's gonna look freaking stunning on the PS5. I'm
I
playing on the
cannot
PS4.
fucking wait. I
Mhm.
cannot.
It's gonna look
fucking wait.
fucking phenomenal, but it's epic. Like
It deserves that actual term, right?
oh
Like,
yeah,
it
for
is,
sure.
yeah,
It's fucking epic.
All right, I'm going to check this out
Yeah.
because I'm
And
a
there's-
Rust player, but this sounds like it's something I can maybe.
Well, it's almost like you don't really have too many help sort of icons or anything like that either. Like when you go to your map, if you're on a quest,
Mhm.
it doesn't show you on your map where that quest is. You better have fucking paid attention.
Oh wow.
Yeah. There's
Right?
no markers other than
Yeah.
these fucking things of light, or they're called.
Yeah, the points of grace, they'll
Points of
they'll
grace.
shoot this little gold light out
That's
saying
it.
like kind of go this way.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's only for the story.
That, yeah, it
There's
has
like
nothing
hundreds
to
and hundreds
do.
and hundreds of side quests.
Yeah,
Shit.
and everybody that plays it says they have, and I'm sure you're experiencing this now, where you're like, oh, I'm just gonna go into this area here
Mhm.
and whatever, and then you're surprised by something more epic than you thought you'd be a part
Oh
of.
yeah. Keep
Right?
a notebook.
Yeah, yeah.
Keep a notebook beside you so you can write shit down
Shit.
because there's no it'll show you certain spots like where you've been. It'll have like a ruin or something like
Right.
that. Like these are these ruins or this is this cave or whatever, but that's about it.
You still need to keep kind of a note
Yeah.
of what's going on in directions.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's
There was I shout out. I watch G4 TV. Shout out to G4 TV. They were great. And they were talking on Next Play. They're talking about everybody's progression in Elden Ring because it's fresh and it's a daunting game. Yada yada yada. Gerard, the completionist, said he was like 160 hours in, and he's finally getting all the awesome shit, and he's able to go in and take out bosses in like 3
Yeah.
hits. And he goes, "It's so satisfying. You have no idea."
oh yeah, when I
No.
took down not even one of the bosses, just one of the big enemies.
Yeah.
It was the most satisfying thing ever because I tried it maybe 10 times.
Wow.
If not more.
Wow.
Lord.
Like that's this
Unreal.
it has this weird like thing that draws you in. It's like you can go X amount of feet and then die,
Yeah.
and then you're like, fuck, I gotta try that again. 27 times later, you're still dying, going, fuck, I have to try that again. And whenever you die, you drop your runes that you had.
Oh, so you have to go back and get
So you
them.
have to go back and get them. So if you were
Shit.
in a compromising situation, and if you die, everything respawns.
Yeah.
If you go and rest at a point of grace, everything respawns.
Yeah.
Right? So there's all
Oh,
of these
wow.
different like,
Crazy.
and so you have to, if you're in a compromising situation, you have to go and get those runes. But if you die before you get to those runes,
Yeah.
they're gone.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would piss me off.
That made me so.
I
So you
already
can have
know.
like 4,000 runes
Yeah.
and then die and then go to journey to go and get them
and just
and
randomly
then
die.
just die again.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh wow.
oh,
but
gone,
apparently,
no more.
apparently though, I don't know because I'm not playing it. But what I've heard is the one saving grace for Elden Ring versus the other Soulsborne games, which is the style of games these are called, is the fact that it's not linear. So if you do lose them, yeah, it does suck. But you can farm again, and it won't take you that long to get.
Oh yeah,
back.
okay. Like you could go back if you found an easy spot to that wasn't difficult for you to defeat any of the enemies. Just go back there, or find enemies of the same sort.
Yeah.
Build up, and then do whatever you want to do. Like go and purchase your thing, or go to your little grace points and level up your character, which you can fast travel to.
Yeah.
So if you found a whole bunch, you can just, if you say, "Oh shit, I've got 4,000 ruins,"
right?
Go to a grace point from your map.
Sure, yeah.
Right?
Gotcha,
as opposed to having to travel
there and be at some risk.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So crazy thing, Gerard, the completionist, said he's 160 hours, 147 hours, some ridiculous number. He's been playing at it. He's yet to beat it. So he's still playing the game, discovering new shit, and yet to beat the game. I'm trying to
there's
think
caves and
and I'm trying to think of
and
myself and my gaming life. Like I was trying to think. I put in 90 plus hours into Horizon Zero Dawn, and I collected almost everything, but I didn't beat I beat the game, but I didn't beat all the side quests.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure it would have been like 110, 100 hours to do that. I'm like, I don't got time for that right now. And I was trying to think of the next comparison that everyone's comparing Elden Ring to because of the open worldness is Zelda's Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild, yeah.
But the thing is, I love Zelda games. They're great. However, they all kind of have the same expectations when you're playing it,
right?
Because you kind of know the story beats, where Elden Ring's not like that. But the other thing is too, because of that, I'm gonna get some shit here from other gamers that care. I've yet to beat Breath of the Wild, and yet I put 80 hours into it, but I've been doing other things in the game, right? But I just didn't go back to playing it because it's like I knew the expectations that were coming, so I'm like, I'll get to it eventually. Just it's on my back catalog. Whereas I don't feel like with Elden Ring just opening just swaths of shit that you never know what's around the corner,
and the thing is
you never stop playing.
The game just kind of happens. Like it's not even like, this big like story and this blah 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 blah. It's like this tiny little story, and then it's play the game,
go have fun, do your thing.
And like we were talking I was gonna say off air.
That's a thing.
Yeah, I accidentally found the two. Like, I'm trying to, like, how do you do this? How do you do that? What button does what? What button does this? And I'm thinking, well, because it's part of a series, maybe I'm supposed to know. Like, I'm supposed to have played the game before, and it's the same mechanics or whatever. No, the level that you have to get to do the tutorials, like, down this pit. And then it's like you get there, I'm like, oh shit, did I die? I was like, technically I did die, but it didn't die because then it goes into this other cutscene and it shows you this other crap, and it's like, wow, man,
amazing.
And then I found this warp that I'm pretty sure warped me to the last boss or some crap.
What?
Oh yeah, dude.
This is the first I'm hearing about this. What?
Yeah, it was this little like warp sort of thing that was hidden in a bush. Because I was just looking around this rock cut
just
for other shit. I was just inspecting the world.
Yeah.
And I found this blinking little thing. I went over to it, and it fucking zipped me to some castle that was like up on the freaking far right corner of the map, and I'd only ever discovered like the bottom middle half of the map. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll try this out. And no, I like went to hit the dude, and he like he spat on me.
Yeah, he just looked at you and
It was crazy. And then I had to get out of there because there was no other way back. And then there were these other guys. Then they were like death, and they like touch you and you die.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
okay, so this has been a great chat. I'll see you guys all later.
Yeah, I guess we're done.
And again, I'm not one for like Lord of the Rings. I thought it was the dumbest movie I've ever seen. Right? Like
that's crazy talk. First off,
I'm not into.
What do you like? I get you're not a fantasy, but to say the dumb movies. Come on now. Come on now.
Oh.
I'm not into romantic comedies, but I wouldn't say
all they did was walk. I agree with Kevin Smith. I agree with Kevin Smith. Okay, all they did was walk.
There was a lot of walking.
It's a movie about a marathon in the bush.
Oh my god,
that's all it is. And then what do they do when they get there and drop the ring? Oh no, then it's time to go home.
That was the journey.
How are you gonna get back? Maybe throughout this journey, you
giant hawks
figured something out.
Giant hawks. That's what they have is giant hawks that fly in the back.
Yeah,
that's actually legit. That's
true. That's real. That's real. That's real life.
Like
that's real life.
Real
they
life.
had giant hawks.
It's real Lord of the Rings.
Based on a true story.
In the Mordor continent of the world.
But no, I didn't. I hear
you.
It was a whole lot of boring.
It's hard to watch nowadays. I do. I
been
love
a while
it,
to watch it,
but
so.
it is hard to watch now because the effects are rough on it
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
The
They
filmmaking itself, I can't deny, wasn't good.
Mhm.
The filmmaking, like the way the film was put together,
Mhm.
directing, editing, music,
Yeah.
I'll give it that. Story, not my thing.
Mm.
Game of Thrones, got bored like three and a half seasons.
I
in.
never
Oh,
got into
geez,
that
Game
one.
of Thrones is amazing.
I watched one episode and it's kind of like, meh.
Well, that's because you only watched one episode. You're not getting shit all
Yeah.
from one episode
That's
of that
true.
show.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Like, at least AJ gave it a good college try. Like, listen, this isn't for me. 3.5
No.
seasons later.
Couldn't
I'm
do
good,
that.
thanks.
Couldn't do the zombie ones either.
No. Well, I don't mind some fantasy. Sometimes it's cool. Sometimes it's not. It all depends. For me, it's all content and story.
Again, yeah, for me it
Right.
depends too. Like
But-
I don't mind playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Sure. Well,
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah, that's medieval and fantasy based. I thought the Lord of the Rings movies were great. I don't know if I was ever. I won't consider myself like one of those Lord of the Rings super fans, like that are out there. But I thought they were great movies, and they were fun, and they kept me
They were
entertained.
good, but they're better than Star Wars. But
I'll punch you out. Why you gotta say something like that, David?
what? We all know
It
this.
was just
Star Trek
it was
is
just
number
Star
one.
Wars in the
Oh,
bush.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
Star Trek is number one. I like that. That's a good point. I like that.
Oh Lord, you're both a jerks
Star Trek number one, Lord of the Rings number two,
Yeah.
and then sure Star Wars.
for sure.
Yeah, that first one that they did, Star Wars, the first one, that was probably really the
The
seller.
first one, the first Star Wars
which was
one.
Star Trek, which was actually an inferior Buck Rogers.
Oh, now you're talking.
God
shit.
damn it! What the hell's going on? This is fights. This is fights.
And then in Flash Gordon,
oh fuck. Well, let's be
Well,
honest.
and then
Without those,
and then
there'd be no
Flesh
Star Wars.
Gordon.
Hey-oh.
Well, if we're going to start really expanding out this description, like we all know Hulk from the 80s, the Hulk TV show,
Yep.
that one's number one for
That
sure.
was
That never
the
happened.
best. What?
No.
Shut up! It
the,
did.
the fact that his name was David Banner, just that cancels it altogether.
Yeah, that was number one. And then
because they
the
thought it was too gay. Bruce Banner was too gay of a name. Sorry, go on.
no, it's just
That's
true.
legit. Actually, they did call it.
I know they
yeah.
did. Yeah,
Really?
I didn't mind.
I don't care, but I was like, I don't. Why? How
Well,
is-
my name's David.
I
so-
know, but who's like, why is Bruce gayer than David? I don't know. Apparently, that was a thing
Well,
back then.
have you ever met the Bruce? I got nothing.
The only thing I know about the Bruce is the Monty Python sketch where it's like the four Bruces.
Yes, the farm.
They're all Australian. Hey, Bruce.
Hey, Bruce.
Hey,
Oh,
Bruce.
Rouse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all that stuff. Anyways, back to fantasy. I think it's crazy that Elden Ring is convincing a lot of people that aren't into fantasy, that aren't into these impossible games, to play it, and it's selling in droves.
It is
which
a
awesome.
fascinating game.
Yeah.
It's very
Cool.
I think because it's challenging, because it's so hard, it's worth it. Too.
It's one of those challenging, but eventually you can get through type thing.
I think
Yeah.
eventually, yeah. I'm
Nice.
only at a level 20 right now, and
11 hours in. I feel like level 20. I feel like that's low.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like I
That's
feel
what
like
I'm saying.
11 hours in.
Okay.
You should be more than that.
So that's
But
gonna be our
I've only
competition.
found one shield,
Oh my god.
right, and it's super heavy.
11 hours you found one fucking shield. What is this
Yeah,
game?
sorry,
This is
two
insane.
shields, but they were both
And-
the same.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, no two playthroughs are the same. That's the thing. Like, if you start playing it, he's playing it, and I'm playing it, we'll come back with stories and we'll have like, did you go to see this? Da, da, da. No. Did you go to there? Da, 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 da. No. And then start talking about this
Oh, yeah.
massive, vast world. Right?
So we're gonna have an episode soon that is just
Just
about
the
this
Elden
game.
About
Ring
this game.
episode?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we should just start streaming it.
Even though
That's what we should
technically
do.
our general discussion has gone into that already.
See, now I'm,
It sure
I'm
has,
curious
yes.
as to what sort of, if any DLC or any update or blah 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 we'll have, right? Because
I'm trying to think of From
It's
Software's.
pretty fucking insane as it is.
I don't know. From Software's track record, do they do DLC? I don't know. But
It's
if they
also-
do,
it's also Bandai Namco.
that's true. It is, man. I mean, they definitely do DLC. Lots of it. You look at any of the Dragon Ball games, it's like, we got DLC packs for you.
Because anything they release under that brand isn't good.
Nah,
Other
wow.
than the cartoon.
Nah, I would say no. There's a few games out there that are pretty good. What one am I playing? Dragon Ball Fighter Z is pretty good. There's a few out there. They're okay.
I play Dragon Ball Z because I live in Canada.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
There we go. I wonder what it is in Japanese because that's where the show was made.
It's Dragon Ball G. Dragon Ball G.
That was actually pretty good. I
was
believe
pretty
that. That was well
Good,
done.
good, very well be.
That was well
Um,
done. I like that.
I was watching I think it came out probably during the State of Play that I haven't watched.
Oh yeah, I just watched it.
It
Heavily
was
disappointed, but
what was it? It was like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga edition or some
Yes.
shit. And the funny thing I thought, I was like, oh cool, they're going to give us Turtles in Time and the Turtles arcade game and the original Nintendo game. But every third clip they would show, you'd be like, Tournament Fighters.
yeah,
It's like
who cares
that was the worst out of all of
No
the
one
Teenage
cared
Mutant-
about that.
Like nobody gave a shit about Tournament Fighters. But then it's like, yeah, Turtles in Time, Turtles Arcade, Teenage Mutant Ninja- Tournament Fighters, blah 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 blah. Tournament Fighters. Hey, remember Tournament Fighters?
Oy vey.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
just thought it was
hilarious.
humorous.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I probably will get that just because I've never beat the original NES game because it was so freaking hard. And I just watched a video. It was like super late at night, scrolling through YouTube, and it's like how to beat the NES version of Ninja Turtles, which I don't have in any capacity. I don't own it
Right.
on a
Oh,
Nintendo.
wow.
I don't have it anything.
I'm
but
sure
I'm like,
you could have went and
I need
played
to
it
know.
online.
I know. I said to myself, I need to know how to beat this because I
Yeah.
played it so freaking much. I need to know. And I watched it. I'm like, I want to do that. So I very well may get that collection so I can.
Oh yeah,
beat that
I want
stupid
to
game.
see if there was a game. If either of you have heard of this game, kudos. It was called Mystery Quest. It was for the Nintendo, and you were this little elf dude, and you walked around and you shot these little balls of light or whatever, and they had like little crabs and scorpions and whatever. So you get to a certain point, and then you go into a castle, and the whole point is to get in and out of the castle, and it's kind of like a little puzzle in a way, right? You have to-
okay.
or a labyrinth sort of thing.
Cool.
But I could never get past a certain point until YouTube existed.
Oh.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right? So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like 20 some odd years
Yeah.
later, and I could beat this game if I wanted to because YouTube
Because
exists.
now
Yeah,
you
I
can see
know,
it.
yeah.
And it was one of those moments, like you're saying, it was like, oh,
I wanna go.
So yeah,
Yeah. The
Yeah.
magazine gift guide back in the day, they helped them
Oh.
out front.
Back well, they helped so much
Yeah,
back
yeah.
then. Like we talked about that X-Men game.
Yeah, we did.
And
back
the
then.
other ones like you needed something for certain games to be able to be
Yeah.
able to exist because otherwise you can't play shit. Right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm very excited to get into Elden Ring. I think you should too.
I will look it up and see.
Just watch a review. Watch like
I'll
a
watch
good,
a review, see-
solid like
yeah.
10 or 12 minute review.
I will
and
I
see
will
if it's
check
for
it out.
you.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if you didn't like it.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll
Yeah.
see. Yeah.
I've watched so much footage on it. It's amazing. I don't own it.
I'm gonna
Like-
say I was about to bring that up. Like, so AJ, it sounds like he didn't really watch much before purchasing. You just suggested strongly, so he did.
I convinced him to die without owning
And
it.
you have the, but you haven't actually played.
No. I'm not playing. I'm not playing a lick of it. Not at all. I'm trying to see if I can snag just a collector's version of it if I can.
Gotcha.
And if I can't, well then fine, I'll pay digital. But I like. It's funny to think is any entertainment, but video games in particular that can sweep across like this. Like how often do you see that games that come along across and they just unite gamers across the board? That's
Yeah, that is rare.
it's rare, right? And
Last time I think I remember that really happening to be like GTA or something.
Yeah, I would say GTA. And even still, like I thought when they did the definitive edition when they released those games, I thought that was gonna be kind of like this Elden Ring where it unites everybody, but it didn't because of all the bugs and all the problems, whatever. So
Yeah.
I'm grateful
That
that
my memory of it is so much better than the actual look of it now. It's one of those silly things where, yeah, I love it, the nostalgia, all that fun stuff. But then when I go to see it again, I've been visually distracted. I
I
apologize.
guess you have, yeah. Oh boy.
have you been distracted, Dave? Have you? Now you've been sarcastic.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Look at this guy, eh? Branding right there, branding. That's, GTA
stuff. Yeah.
Nostalgic, yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
I agree. So it's funny you say that because I'm in the same boat. However, because of nostalgia, I went and did something to my PlayStation Vita to make it play all the backup PlayStation Portable, PlayStation Vita games that I have. But on top of that, you can now run ports natively on that. So now I'm running San Andreas on it.
Oh, nice.
And Bully and another Rockstar game. Vice City Stories is what I'm running on it.
Oh,
which is
that's
fun.
nice. Cool.
And You're right. I don't like. I couldn't go back and play them fully again.
Yeah, it was just a
Absolutely
nice
not.
little, an hour, just having some fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like
fun.
run around, have
Yeah.
some fun. It's kind of cool that I
Yeah.
got to do that. And I could see myself doing that here and there, sort of thing. But
Yeah.
to jump back in and I just
Yeah, to actually try and
No.
play like the
But now that GTA 5 is going to be released on PS5, I may go and play that again.
So now, see, the reason I asked you is because when you turn on your PlayStation
Yeah.
and it says at the top that it's like, "Hey, new events for GTA."
Yeah.
It was telling me that there was a new story event for GTA on PS5.
I think that I don't know if there's a story event.
So
I'm not sure what
that's
those are.
why I asked you. That's why I messaged you the other day.
I
and was
think
like, hey,
there-
is it out yet?
I'm not sure why Rockstar is doing this because the newer editions don't come out till the 15th. So
Okay.
it's still on this recording date, it's still like another 6 days away. However, you can pre-install the new console version for release, which I guess
that makes
no,
sense.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's a little far out. Like they did this
6 days.
well, this was beforehand. Like they did this I don't know, like 3 days ago. I think. Is
Well,
when they
no,
came
that
out.
actually makes perfect sense because instead of having 5,000 billion people try to download all at one
Yeah.
time, let the download start before the activate date.
Yeah,
No, that makes
All
perfect
I
sense.
know is I think I should have got my $1 million at the beginning of the month.
Did you?
No,
Oh well.
because they're putting it out this month.
Right.
There was a deal. Rockstar put out a deal that if you were playing GTA Online between whenever they started the deal and whenever they were releasing it on PS5, every month you could download $1 million for your online account.
In-game money, not real money. Not real money.
Okay, gotcha.
Not real money.
Real life money. No.
Yeah. Well, that's where I was confused. Like, okay, how do they pay $1 million? No, okay, gotcha.
So yeah, you get. But this month they didn't do it because they're releasing it in the middle of the month. But I didn't think it was fair because it was like the middle of the month that they were doing it.
You
They
should,
I
should
write
have
agree
them
given
with
me
you.
$1 more million.
you should write them a letter.
You should.
I should write them a
I mean,
strongly worded letter.
A strongly
One
worded
A
letter.
very Canadian letter.
I will buy you.
Excuse me, please. I am sorry that I'm very upset. I apologize. But could you please just listen, please, and thank you,
Can you
please.
please give me my free $1 million this month, please?
Please, I'm sorry.
Now,
I'm
please?
sorry, but
I'm
please.
sorry.
Thank
I
you.
may be rude, but
Yeah, no, yeah.
No,
I can't buy my Deluxa without that $1 million.
I can't.
A.
I only have like
Hey.
I only have like $12 million.
That's right.
And a deluxe was like $4.5 million.
I got an empire to run here. Anyways, that'll be fun. Oh, and then it was weird. I guess. Well, you know what? The new upgrades, they're only going to charge $40 full price.
That's
which,
too
I mean,
much.
for a game that's been out since the PS3.
That's too
yeah.
much.
And for anybody that's upgrading, GTA Online is free. But if you wanted to upgrade to GTA 5, I think it's like an extra $20.
Hey, remember that time you
12,
already
13
bought it?
twice
Yes, remember that.
and got it for free on my PC.
But yes, you remember that time?
Yeah, I sure do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why would you spend more money on it?
exactly. It's crazy.
Because it's on PS4.
PS5, man. Because faster loading times and the DualSense controllers, they do haptic things with the feedback and stuff.
Okay. Any rate, so
Because Rockstar is as good as Nintendo at getting your money out, getting money out of you
Apparently.
multiple times.
How many
Multiple
times? How many times? I would like to research this fact. How many times has Nintendo gotten money out of us for Super Mario Brothers, the original game? I would like to figure this out.
Are we talking? Wait,
I'm talking about Super Mario
subscriptions
Brothers
as well?
Everything, yeah.
Oh God.
oh yeah, I've paid
Countless.
Yeah. Even I've played the original, and I signed up for the what do you call it?
NES
portables.
Online.
Yeah, and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I did for a year. It was fun.
Right.
Now I don't do it anymore, but
I've owned it, like a copy of the game, at least 3 times in my life. if
I
not
would
more.
say I would say
at least 3.
I'm in the same boat. Yeah.
And I paid for it. I think all 3 times, or my parents did. Whatever. I don't know.
yeah, that's like you paying for it.
Yes. same thing,
Like
really.
I had the original,
Yeah.
or not the original. I guess I had the Duck Hunt
Yeah.
one.
Oh well, yeah, that's
So you had both on the same
yeah,
cartridge.
that's fine.
And then I had Super Mario All Stars.
Right.
Probably got it on the Wii.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think I did it
did
through
not
the
get it on the
eShop.
Wii.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I got it on the Wii, and then on the Switch I paid for. Well, actually, I didn't. I guess I didn't pay for it that one.
Yeah.
because I got a year online
Oh,
when,
nice.
when I bought it.
Mm.
When I bought the Switch. So
yeah,
I didn't pay for it that time.
I paid for it that time. That's what me.
But I'm considering paying for it again because the other day I found myself going, I want to play Super Mario 2.
Yeah.
And then I went on and my year had lapsed.
That's
So-
how they get you. That's how they get you. Let's see. I've owned.
But it only being $25 a year or some silly crap.
Oh yeah, it was
Oh,
really
yeah.
cheap.
It's really cheap. Even with the expansion pack and whatever it is, $50, $60 a year, it's still cheaper than the other services.
But is it
that you pay
$60
for.
plus the $25?
No, I think
Okay.
that's everything.
That's
Yeah.
it, okay.
I could be wrong. I'm not sure the exact price. It's still
I'd almost
cheaper
do
than-
that. I don't know. I'm already paying $70 a year for PlayStation.
Yeah. Yeah.
I pay nothing for none of those.
Well, you pay for an Xbox.
Nope.
Do you have Xbox Live? No.
No, I got rid of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Actually got rid of it.
Xbox dead.
Well, no. So the Xbox still works, but it was one of those. I got the email about the yearly subscription coming up, and I'm like,
Right.
well, you know what? We don't play this at all. My son don't play it, so I canceled it.
Yeah.
What was it, like 2-ish weeks ago? Hey, Dad, the internet's not working on the Xbox. Like, that has been broken for almost 2 months now, so I'm not getting it back.
Yeah.
Had you
exactly.
noticed it the day after? Maybe.
Yeah. Like, had it been within that
It's
first.
been half a month.
Well, no, it's been 2 months since I
2 months, right? So I
canceled
think
it. So
for some
it's
reason I said weeks.
No. 2 weeks ago he called it out.
Right.
Yeah,
That's where the
Yeah. I was like, no, like
No, it's been 2 months now.
Yeah. So what I said to him was like, well, I'll take it out of your allowance. No, I don't want it.
Of course not. Yeah. Amazing how that
Not
works.
that
right?
important.
Yeah.
I'd rather spend my allowance on the Oculus.
Yeah, that is where the money goes. This is true.
Exactly.
Oculus and junk food from the dollar store. He impresses me every month. I give it the money on the first, by the 30s broke.
Wow, geez. What can you do?
Yeah, as I say, it's your money. You do you.
Yeah, he's got video games and junk food to
Yeah.
have, you know?
Yeah.
I get it.
He doesn't bitch complain. Like he's like, yeah, I spent it.
Yeah, well, at least he knows, right?
Yeah.
You know?
He takes it queerly well.
For sure. That's awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, what else do we want to talk about?
I'm pretty good now.
I'm good.
I'm happy.
What about you?
I just want to talk about Elden Ring all day.
Well, no, I want to go try it
I
now.
know,
So,
yeah.
like, let's.
That's really it. I got nothing.
I'm
I mean,
just suggesting.
here's the thing. Like, I actually am playing the new Horizon Forbidden West, which is a fantastic game, but I'm willing to put it down to play Elden
should.
Ring because I'm so stoked to try this.
I
game
think
out.
I think you should have put your money towards Elden Ring.
I mean, I'll probably look at my money eventually.
But
so,
yeah, maybe we should put a nice little bow on this because my tummy needs to visit a
eat.
certain
All
room.
right, okay, sounds good. All right, well let's wrap this up, shall we? Let's wrap up.
Please.
A little bit of the show. All right.
Well, now that you've
Please.
brought that up, you actually have a good discussion we can have.
Do you wanna-
Oh, I'll fucking get up and walk out, and you guys can have whatever discussion you want, and I'll be back in about 15 minutes.
I got
Okay, well, in that case, let's
All
wrap
right,
that
let's
up.
go, And you out there, do you have an issue with your stomach that you have to leave the show? No, just kidding. No,
Well, it's not really an issue. That's
it's
a
not-
normal
it is
human.
A normal thing. It's just whatever. It is what it is. People are people. I'm just
Hey,
kidding.
fuck you.
Hey, fuck you. I know. Did you like our discussion today? Do you want to comment on any of the things we discussed? Please let us know in the comments. We want to hear from you. We want to know what it is that makes you tick, what you like about what we're saying, what you don't like about what we're saying. We just want to talk to you. So please reach out to us in the comments and just continue the conversation going. If you like what we're doing, we got ourselves a little buy me a coffee link. You can throw us a buck or two or whatever you want in our description if you feel the need. And if you don't, that's cool too. Just let us know what you think. We just want to know what you like, what you don't like. For anybody out there that's feeling mentally not well, we just want to let you know that you matter, not just to us, but to those that are around you. And it's important to talk about that sort of stuff that's going on inside your head. And if you can't do that with anybody that's around you, we're going to have links in our description so you can maybe seek out some help that may help outside of your immediate vicinity. So as I'm trying to wrap this up as quickly as I can, I just want to say I've been Harvey.
Dave Shergold.
I have bubble guts.
Oy vey.
I'm AJ.
Jeez. And just like that, folks, you've been sarcastically distracted. Have yourselves a wonderful night. Peace.
Take care.
Bye now.